Facebook friends. This is Joanna, and driving to up to Plymouth, California. I'm not too far. I'm on Highway 88 right now, and I just wanted to videotape some of this and come on Facebook Live because I just think this is one of the most beautiful drives. I'm not sure you can really tell from this vantage point. I don't know. But from where I am, maybe I should go like that. No, maybe not. Never mind. I can see the snow-covered Sierra Nevada mountains and all the wide open spaces. Everything is starting to get green, which is, my California friends know that everything turns green in the winter here, unlike in other parts of the country where it's green in the summer. Everything is brown in the summer in California. Golden, as we say. So anyway, I'm just about to cross into Amador County, which is where we're going to spend New Year's this next few days. I don't need to talk the whole time, so I just kind of keep it on, and it's just a really pretty drive, and I hope you enjoy. We're going up camping. This is a place where we go a lot. There's a lot of wineries that are up here, and we belong to 3 of them, which is always fun. And actually, maybe now it's 4. And if we wanted to go up to the mountains, it would only be like about an hour from here. And I hope you can really see that there's a lot of snow up on the Sierras. I love it here because of all the wide open spaces, and it's just a fun place to go, and yeah, and it's beautiful. So looks like a lot of people are leaving, so that makes me happy. Tom's about 20 miles ahead of me. He may actually be there already. He left before I did with the trailer, and I'm coming behind in my car. But one of the things I love about this area is the history. So the area that we're going into is where the California Gold Rush happened, and so it's really, they call it the Gold Country, and it's the foothills of the Sierra Nevada mountains. And yeah, we're going gradually up right now, inclining, and a lot of old western towns up here, still original buildings, and it's very cool. So to the left, this used to be, they still grow grapes here. This is a vineyard. It used to be called Clos de Lac, and you used to be able to go in. They had a beautiful tasting room, and I'm sure it's still there, back in the back there. But they don't, I think they just sell their grapes now. They don't make the wine themselves. So, as you can see, we're climbing, and I don't know if you can see the hawk. I think it's a hawk. Maybe. Oh no, it's like a buzzard or something. But there's a lot of wildlife up here too, which is what I really love. So if you've never been to the Gold Country, you should come. Some of the places up here that we love, of course, we love Plymouth, Sutter Creek and Jackson. It's also fun to go south of Amador County to Calaveras County, to Murphy's and to, where else? Angels Camp. And there are a lot of neat places where people can go and they can just see the history. You can go gold panning, and people still mine for gold up here. So it's a pretty cool place, and you can see a lot of remnants of old fireplaces from homesteads that were up here. And a lot of people who come to visit California never come up to this area, and it's always sad to me because I think that it's one of the best parts of California. So we're coming up to where I'm going to be turning to Ione. Ione is a little town. They're known for, I guess they've got they have a penitentiary there, but they also have a thing called the Prescott Castle. And every Halloween they have well, they say it's haunted, so I don't know. I've never been there, but we'll go past it and maybe you can see. So I'm turning left. Ione is just like 2 miles down here. So a little of my own personal history as I go down this road. I've had some bad experiences with my cars hitting wild birds. So I don't know if it was this road or it might be the next road that we're going to be on. I was driving home with Alyssa in the car with a previous car that I had, and a wild turkey flew right out of the just flew right and just hit me, and on Alyssa's side actually. And yeah, that was thank you, John. I will have a nice weekend. It's nice to see you on here. Anyway, so yeah, I hit a turkey. One time I was going over the Benicia Bridge, which is in the Bay Area, right before I went across the bridge, and a Canadian goose came flying out from under the bridge, actually, hit my car. So I've killed now a turkey and a goose with my cars, and just hoping that I don't kill any other wild fowl. So yeah. So anyway, this is not the most beautiful part of Ione, but we are coming into the little town. There's one of the cool things that I like about coming into Ione is that there's a pioneer cemetery up here, and you'll be able to see it on the right hand side, and I believe it's from the 1840s. There's a date on it, so we'll come up and we'll take a look. So the cemetery is right up here on the right hand side, and as I said, this is coming into the little town of Ione, California. So here's the cemetery, and it says, I'm slowing down, yeah, 1850, established 1850. So I'm sure there are pioneers buried there. And now we're coming into the little town. It's not big at all. In fact, it doesn't even have it has a stop light, or is it a light? Just a stop sign. I don't even think it has a stop light in this town. So has the covered bridge. This guy's right in front of me, so you can't really see it, but that's kind of cool. So you can kind of see it is a little old western town. Now I gotta keep an eye out so I don't get hit. So yeah, and that's basically it. And then I'm going to turn again, and we're going to go into an area that will climb some more. I'm turning onto Highway 124, and so here we go. So as I said, we're going to be climbing, and it's going to be closer to a lot of the wineries. In fact, we're going to pass one of the wineries that we belong to up here. It doesn't get up too high in elevation. I think only about 1,500 feet. I think that's about right. If you go farther up to some of the other wineries that we like to go to, it might be getting close to 2,000 feet. I don't know if it really is that. It doesn't usually snow down this far. This low in elevation, but as you can see, the hills are starting to turn green, and as I was saying before, in California, everything dies in the summer, so all our hills are golden, and when it rains in the winter, everything turns green. So that's what I love that. And I guess I've lived in California now since 1984. 34 years. It's crazy to even think that. But it still amazes me when the hills start turning green in the winter. I love it. And then when it gets to be about March, they're just an emerald green. Spectacular. And a lot of the creeks that have no water during the summer are rippling and beautiful, and sometimes even like waterfalls and things that are not there in the summer and fall. So you can see that we're climbing. I was hoping to have a better view of the Sierras because they have had quite a lot of snow. But I've probably been on here for a long time, and maybe you don't want to see anymore, but we haven't really come to the, you can see the sign for Sutter Creek. So we'll be going there tomorrow because one of the main reasons that we're coming up here is because we belong to a winery called Bella Grace. They have their vineyard out in they call it the Shenandoah Valley, which is outside of Plymouth. But they also have a tasting room in Sutter Creek. And since we are members, and they're Club 24 members, and I think it's only Club 24 that gets this benefit, but we get an annual winemakers dinner as part of our membership. So we have about there's going to be 8 to 10 of us. We were hoping for 10. 2 people have had to bow out because of medical reasons. But anyway, we're having our winemakers dinner, and we've invited some of our friends, and so they'll be serving us. It's actually going to be a luncheon rather than a dinner, but they pair their wine with really excellent food from one of the fabulous restaurants in Plymouth called Taste. So if you've never been to Taste, that's a great place to go and enjoy. So we're having our winemakers dinner tomorrow at 12:30, and we're excited to go there with our friends. We have some friends that are going to be camping with us for a couple nights. Christian's coming up. He's flying in. He's been spending the last week with his mom in Colorado, and he's flying in from Denver, and Alyssa's going to pick him up at the Sacramento airport and drive him up, and that'll be with us. Alyssa got a couple days off too, so we're excited. So anyway, I'm gonna sign off here. Happy New Year to all of you out in Facebook land, and thanks for coming on my journey.